rusty, like, that's why. But, okay, first off, tell me how you feel right now. Like, what are your initial reactions?
I just find it really funny that it's the people who want to sit there and preach, like, their honesty, they want to preach their loyalty, they want to, like, run to my DMs, or the people that want to hold your vote. Like, yeah, I get you want to hold your vote so you can have as many as you can in the merge, but you have how many votes until the merge? Like, why are you going to run to my DMs if you're just going to sit and hold your vote? And then you're going to act shocked. Like, I'm not stupid. I know I'm the one person who voted for Jack. Like, you think I'm dumb?
Right. So, who do you think are the people that you feel the most betrayed by? Like, who do you think are the people that completely stabbed you in the back?
Honestly, don't really feel betrayed by any of them, because at the end of the day, if I made it to merge, I wasn't going to work with any of them because I really didn't trust any of them, because, like, I don't know. Like, I think I just, like Grant, he was really sketchy the entire time, so it was kind of like, I just think the people that didn't vote after, like, I went to them and, like, I specifically told them, like, hey, like, this person is throwing out your name, I think that's just, like, shitty as them, and, like, I don't think it's good gameplay, because if you want to keep the person throwing out your name, by all means, go for it. Fuck yourself over.
So, it was revealed that 4 people kept their votes tonight. Austin was one of them. He said that. Who do you think are the other ones?
I think it was Grant, Mike, and Gonzalo.
Okay, so if you had made it a little further, what was your game plan after this trial? What were you planning to do?
I was definitely, like, planning to try to calm myself down a little bit, take it down a notch, because I know I, like, was up there, but I was, like, really pissed off at these people. Like, they really ticked me off today. I was gonna plan to, like, reel it in a little bit, just make sure I was, like, a little bit more active. Like, I mean, there's nothing you can do, like, when life, like, gets in the way. Like, you can't just sit on your phone all day. Like, you actually have to go out there and live it. And if that's something that they disrespect me for, then fine, then, like, vote me out for that. Like, if you're gonna vote me out for, like, that, like, I don't really care. Like, I get the whole, like, oh my god, like, activity thing, but, like, you have to actually think about the game. You actually have to think, like, yes, Jack may be active, but is he gonna help win a single challenge? No.
Okay, so coming into this game, when you saw the cast reveal, what were your initial thoughts? Did you think you were gonna go this early? Did you think?
I didn't think I was gonna make it far at all. I knew coming into this game, I had a lot of people that either didn't like me, or their close friends, like, didn't like me, and, you know, they were iffy on me. And I know I had a lot of people that, like, they just, like, out of nowhere, just, like, started ghosting me. They weren't my friend anymore, and I was just kind of like, okay, like, if I'm gonna make it far, I'm really gonna have to work with the people that I don't really know. And, you know, that's kind of hard to do sometimes, because they have their people that they know and the people that they trust. So when you're going into it, while you know people, but you also know you can't trust them, it's kind of like a weird situation to be in.
So, who do you think is the sketchiest person on the tribe right now?
I think it's Austin. I think Austin is going around trying to play every angle he can, and I think people need to open their eyes to it, because I think people are just going to keep on feeding him information. And I think that they need to realize that, you know, like, this isn't Austin's first rodeo. You know, he's been around the block a couple times. He knows what he's doing, and I think if people keep feeding him information, he's going to keep using that to further himself in the game.
Right. So, with that being said, you say that Austin is the sketchiest person in the game. Who do you think has the best shot at winning as of right now? Like, who do you think is in the best position?
I don't think it's anyone on our tribe if they keep going the way they're going. I mean, if you can't even get yourself to merge, you're not going to be able to win, because at the end of the day, like, people like to stick to what's comfortable. They like to stick to majority alliances. People are scared to, like, make an actual move. So if they keep on losing and they keep deteriorating numbers, they're not going to be able to make it far at all.
Right. So, what would you like to see happen right now that you're gone? Like, who is the person you want out? Who do you want to maybe survive? Like, what you're trying to predict right now?
I think I would just like to see people actually start, like, playing for themselves and not playing to further themselves, because I think people get caught in, like, playing in the moment that they don't understand that what they're doing is they're hurting themselves in the long run. And I'd like to see people actually, you know, weigh things out for themselves, think things out for themselves, actually play the game for the end game, not play the game for the now, because as you're spending your entire game playing it now, people are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of you, you're not going to do anything.
No, exactly. I mean, as we kind of discussed like before we were recording, this was not really a blindside for you, even though it was for us. Like we didn't expect this to happen.
My heart.
Yeah, we were actually like I was actually really sad. Like
I was really shocked tallying the votes, seriously.
I just think that people weren't playing that smart, and I think people aren't taking the whole keeping your vote to yourself into consideration when they're doing it. I'm sorry. Like I was never planning on holding my vote because I like you guys know, like I'm loyal to my allies. Like I'm going to go all the way with them.
Right.
If someone needs me in the game, like I'm going to be there for them 100%. And I think people don't think that about me. They think I'm a sneaky conniving bitch. I mean, I am, but not to the people I'm loyal to. Like, come on.
Well,
like
that brings me to something that I want to interject with before Pal gets to the next question. How much do you think being Emily Bling contributes into your vote off? Yeah.
I think people just saw my name and they were like, oh, well, if we don't get Emily out now, we're not going to get her out. And I feel like, you guys get that too. It's
for sure.
Even if your name is just thrown out the slightest bit, it is so easy for people to run with it because when you have that reputation, especially with like some of the people that like I'm playing with people who like I knew from the start that there were a lot of people who just like to take out big names because they think that furthers them in the game, but I don't think that people understand that.
Coming into the season, I would have argued that you were possibly the biggest name in the cast, like, to be honest. So I feel like that didn't necessarily put you in a good spot.
No, I definitely think it hurt me, and like I get people like get scared of like big names, but I think the fact that people play and send home big names isn't good gameplay. I think all you're doing is screwing yourself, and all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure because yes, like I may be a big name, but honestly I was not a threat in this game, and taking me out now was just stupid.
okay, so obviously I feel like it was kind of revealed that there was an idol clue. I don't know if you really saw it. Who do you think has the idol? Like if you could predict someone right now.
If I'm gonna predict anyone having the idol, my bets are on either Erin or oh my god, what the fuck is that person's name? Grayson. I think Grayson may have it because Grayson literally lives on his phone. And I mean, I know I definitely saw it. I saw it late. That's all on me. I could have prevented this. But I mean, obviously what was meant to happen happened. I didn't find it. I was late on that. But I mean, it's whatever. Like, I get, like, you could think about, what I could have done. And I know the game would have been extremely different if people couldn't hold their votes. So I know, like, while I may have not found the idol, and whoever did, like, I know, like, finding it probably wouldn't have, like, yes, it would have saved me now, but it probably wouldn't have saved me the week after.
So you just said that it's kind of like something you could have done to prevent this is finding the idol. Other than that, do you think there's anything you could have possibly done to not be here right now?
Absolutely not. I think the people that kept their votes had their minds set on keeping their votes, and I think if they would have just been honest with me instead of lying, which honestly, like, I don't even like, I don't have the energy to lie, so I don't know why people like do it. Like, it's just gonna get you caught up in like a mess. I don't understand why people do it. If people didn't spend their time lying to me, I think maybe, but I really don't think there was like getting anything around this, because the second they had the littlest thing to send me home, I think they ran with it. And honestly, like, I think what you guys were saying earlier, like having like a big name, like that doesn't help with that. Once they have that one little thing, they're gonna run with it.
Okay, so I think those are all of my questions. I don't know if I'm forgetting any really important ones, but I wanted to give you kind of like the platform to speak, tell us what you feel, like any like final words you want the audience to know.
I mean, it like sucks going out second because like I'm sorry, like I never do this bad in games, and I don't even think I played bad. Like I think I actually played like well. I just think coming into it, like I think like partially I kind of knew that I didn't have the best tribe. I think even on the other tribe, like I would have been able to like do some things more, but I knew coming into it, it was people that really wouldn't want to work with me. It was people that they would have had to if they needed me, but like I wasn't their first, second, or third choice really. And like I know like people are gonna be like, oh my god, like I already know how much shit I'm gonna get for this. 'Cause I already know how much people hate me, and they're gonna be like, oh, well, you know, she deserves it. Like, I already know I'm gonna get all that shit. But I think what people don't understand is, like, I'm really, like, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I'm really not, like, trying to, like, be rude. I think what people don't understand is, like, when you have a bigger name, like, it's extremely harder to do well in games because you come into it with this huge target on your back. You come into it with people already wanting to get you out just because they think it's going to make them an iconic player. I knew a lot of these, like, smaller accounts. Like, I knew they followed me. I didn't follow them back because, like, I literally never follow anyone back. I knew, like, that they at least, like, if they didn't know who I was, they had an idea of who I was. So, like, coming into it, I kind of knew, like, I had to be extremely careful. Like, I had to, like, watch who I was, like, around some of these people. But at the end of the day, like, your reputation is always going to catch up to you. And if you don't have one in this fandom, like, you're lucky. Like, you don't want one because people are just going to be like, send them home right away. And I think maybe if, I don't know, I just think I got dealt not the best hand of cards, and I did what I could with it, but I couldn't do much, so I can't really, be mad at anything. Just kind of, happy that I got to play, happy that I was able to at least, actually try to play, unlike some people who are literally just sitting back and doing whatever other people tell them. But I mean, maybe if they want to wake up and play their own game and they want to wake up and actually start playing to win, I would love to see that. I would love to see people actually start, putting their heart into things and maybe actually start using their votes instead of wasting them.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording now.
Wait, well,